Two teenagers are put in handcuffs after carjacking a woman at gunpoint. They're just 15 years old, and police say the teens stole the woman's car and a cell phone near Longfellow Drive and Briley Parkway. Police were able to find the car and had to chase the teens across town. That chase ended near Charlotte Pike and River Road, where the teens were arrested, and a third teenager is still on the run this morning.
Breaking news now, an escaped inmate is back in custody this morning. Just in the last few hours, Giles County Sheriff's Department say they captured James Hicks Jr. He escaped from work duty yesterday and was on the run for several hours before officers took him back into custody just about 20 minutes north of the Alabama state line. And new this morning, officers catch a man breaking into a church, and it all happened earlier this morning at the Hermitage United Methodist. Police say they responded to the burglary call and ended up catching a suspect leaving the back of the building. After a short pursuit, they took him into custody. Authorities say that the suspect stole items from the church and has been connected to 4 other burglaries at the same location. And the Nashville skyline's about to change, but instead of a new building going up, tomorrow we're going to watch an old building come down.
News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen-Colding joins us from, this is near 9th Avenue North and Commerce Street, ahead of that planned implosion. Sophie, when is this set for?
8:30 tomorrow morning, but they're already getting set up for it. You can see the black kind of drapes down the building that they have set up now. That's to keep chunks of the building from flying out. And if you come take a look over here, you can see some of the crews are putting more of it on this building right here. That'll be to protect that building so that it's not damaged when they do this implosion tomorrow morning. The demo company says the Sullivan building has already been partially demolished, and this planned implosion will just take down the rest of it. Now you might be thinking, this is the part of the Lifeway campus. Maybe you thought you remembered seeing a Lifeway implosion back in January. You're right, that was the Draper Tower, the main building. Engineers rigged 600 pounds of explosives. You could hear that all over the downtown area, and it brought the building down in under 10 seconds when they blew it up. Now, just a note on the campus, Lifeway has a beautiful new building in a different part of downtown. The campus was sold in 2015 to a real estate investment firm. They plan to build something called Nashville Yards. It's going to be a $1 billion development with a music venue, hotel, apartments, and more. So you can count on us to be out here tomorrow morning during the implosion. If everything goes as planned and it sticks to that time of 8:30, we'll be out here. So tune in to News Channel 5 this morning. We hope to bring it to you live in Nashville. Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
He's serving time in the so-called Club Fed. It's a place convicts want to go, some of them, but now disgraced former Rutherford County Sheriff Robert Arnold wants out of federal prison, and he'd like to have his record wiped clean. And he's serious about this. In an exclusive interview with News Channel 5's Nick Bears, Arnold says he's formally reached out to President Trump to ask for a pardon. Legal expert Jim Todd says with potentially hundreds of pardon requests submitted to the president, Arnold's chances are pretty slim.
I think it's an extreme long shot. I think the percentage is probably less than 1%.
Arnold sent a letter to President Trump requesting the pardon in June, but has yet to hear anything from the White House. Whatever happens, he still may get out of prison earlier than expected. The father of the accused Waffle House shooter has filed a motion asking a court to dismiss a lawsuit against him. The lawsuit claims Jeffrey Ranking was negligent in allowing his son access to guns after authorities took them away. In the motion, attorneys argue he had no duty to ensure his son didn't have guns. Travis Ranking is accused of shooting and killing 4 people earlier this year at the Waffle House in Antioch. This is a developing story we're staying on top of for you. In about an hour, we should get an update on a terrible duck boat accident that killed 11 people last night.
Happened in a popular tourist area in Missouri. Let's get to Tom Dempsey now with the latest.
As the sun starts to rise here in the Branson area this morning, investigators are saying it was severe weather yesterday that caused this tragedy to occur right on Table Rock Lake that you see behind me. We're talking about, strong winds and heavy rain following all this and big waves crashing against the duck boat that caused this tragedy to occur. We spoke to a woman who witnessed all of it, and she says this tragedy still seems very tough to believe.
I didn't see it go down, but you could see it, you knew it was going to. You just felt helpless. There's nothing you could do. You want to run out there, you want to help them, you want to try to save them, but you can't.
This morning, at least 5 people remain missing after this tragedy. We do know dive teams and members of the NTSB will be out here this morning following up on the investigation in the Branson area. I'm Tom Dempsey.
And a warning during this dangerously hot Tennessee summer. One woman learned the hard way not to leave her spare oxygen tanks inside her hot car.
She said, my window exploded, your tanks blew up. And I go, oh my God.
Deborah Coggin suffers from COPD and can't breathe without the tanks. Last week, when temperatures were in the high 90s, 2 of her backup tanks exploded in her daughter's car, shooting through the back windshield and flying into a neighbor's yard. Fortunately, no one was hurt in that bizarre accident.